Well, hi there, friends. It is 6 a.m. on this Monday morning. Thanks so much for starting off your day with us here on Up with KREM. I'm Channing Curtis.
And I'm Tim Pham. It's good to see you, friends. Hope you had a great 4th of July weekend. A lot of people made it a long 4-day weekend. Welcome back to work and welcome back to a new week. Meteorologist Thomas Patrick joining us this morning with more on how the weather will impact your day. Hey there, Thomas.
Yeah, good morning. Gang's all back together on this week after the 4th of July, but the heat pours on. It was scorching hot from this past weekend, but it's even hotter yet. We'll go from scorching hot to record hot as of today and for most of this week as excessive heat warnings go through Wednesday for the inland Northwest. It is Wednesday and not until Friday with that update to our weather alerts across the region. But today's high temperature likely hitting 100 degrees for the first time this year. This will easily be our hottest day of the year so far, as you see plenty of triple-digit heat throughout the inland Northwest. So if you need to get outside, do it right now. Our temps are in the upper 60s, most of us in the 60s at the moment, before those temperatures soar into the 90s and hundreds.
Well, the city of Spokane will have several cooling centers open for people to use during this heat wave. A city code says that they must open cooling centers when the temperatures are predicted to be 95 degrees or higher for at least 2 consecutive days. Now, the city of Spokane has several cooling centers that are open for people to use throughout this week. Spokane libraries will be open to help people cool off, including the Central, Liberty Park, Shadle Park, Hilliard, South Hill, and Indian Trail libraries. There's also more support available at the Trent Resource Shelter as well. If you need a ride to or from a cooling center, Spokane Transit is offering free fare if you're heading to one of these cooling shelters.
One thing to keep in mind during the hot temperatures is to limit your time outside, and it is also so important to stay properly hydrated. The CDC says for every hour you spend outside in the heat, you should be drinking 1 to 2 bottles of water, actually. So that means if you do the math and if you work outside or have lengthy outdoor plans, prepare to drink at least 8 bottles of water for an 8-hour day. Hydration is so important because when we get a heat wave like this, that increases the risk of heat exhaustion, illness, and heat strokes. All of those can sneak up on even healthy people and children even. Watch for signs like cramps, headaches, excessive sweat, dizziness, and losing consciousness. If you get any of these symptoms, especially fainting, you could be experiencing a heat stroke and should call 911 right away. And with the heat sticking around, we've got you covered with different ways to stay cool.
So KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones is joining us live this morning with some tips on staying cool, especially at our city pools and splash pads. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, Tim Channing. So yeah, I reached out to Spokane Parks just about some of the resources that they have here in our community to help beat all of this heat. So listen to this, 19 splash pads across the city, 6 city pools, including the one here at Comstock Park. And you've already seen people walking in here early this morning to get their lap swimming in. But as for those pools, you've got Comstock, Witter, Cannon, Hilliard, Shadle, and Liberty. All pools have open swimming for free Monday through Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. In the evenings, there is a rotation. Mondays and Wednesdays, it'll be 6:30 to 8 p.m. at Cannon, Comstock, and Hilliard. Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:30 to 8. Free swimming is available at Liberty and Shadle. Just make sure before you head to one of the pools to sign up for a no-cost splash pass. You can do that by going to SpokaneParks.org/aquatics. As for that lap swimming, that is going to be a charge, a small charge. It's dedicated lap swim times, and that'll be $4. As for the 19 splash pads, those are also free and are open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. with the press of a button. And then swim season we've still got some time on it, so it runs until August 23rd. So especially right now during this heat wave, awesome resource to take advantage of here in Spokane. But for now, reporting live on the South Hill, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Now, even though temperatures outside could be in the 90s and even hundreds this week, it's very different when you get into the water. According to the Spokane Riverkeeper, today the Spokane River is 63 degrees. And according to fishing website Lake Monster, Lake Coeur d'Alene is at 65 degrees, Liberty Lake is at 66, and Medical Lake is at 76. Now, jumping into cold lakes or rivers can cause cold water shock, which can actually make your body clench up so much it's not able to swim. Weather.gov recommends wearing a life jacket, so if swimmers are experiencing any type of these symptoms, they can stay afloat and create extra time for help to arrive. But it's important to remember that your life jacket should be the correct size. To make sure that this is the case, check the label for height and weight requirements. And when you put one on, you want to make sure that all of the straps are tight as well. Here's a good test that you can do.
Underneath the life jacket, and if you can pull it up past your ears, then it is not tight enough.
According to the CDC, unintentional drowning deaths increased in the month of July. Last year, there were about 53 drowning deaths in Washington state.
As you wake up this morning, we want to help you prepare for your morning commute. Here's a live look outside at I-90. You can see right now traffic is moving smoothly here at 6:06. On Up with KREM, we bring you live traffic conditions throughout the morning through our WashDOT camera network. We'll keep you updated if anything changes here throughout the morning. Happening today, parts of North Monroe Street is expected to close for repaving. The Public Works Department says all lanes between Kiernan and Francis Avenues will be closed off, along with the intersection of West Garland Avenue and North Monroe Street. The city is asking drivers to take Maple and Ash, Division, Wall, or Post Streets instead. Monroe is expected to open tomorrow.
Today, the Spokane City Council is expected to hold the final reading on a gun violence ordinance that would make it illegal to fire a gun within city limits, with a few exceptions. The ordinance cites the recent declaration of gun violence as a public health crisis by the U.S. Surgeon General. It's sponsored by Councilman Paul Dillon. Now, this comes after a young woman died after a reported drive-by shooting in North Spokane yesterday. According to Spokane police, officers responded to a call near Emerson Park around 1:30 yesterday morning. When they arrived, officers found a woman who had been shot. She died from her injuries. Now, Spokane police have not released much information at this point in the investigation, but they are asking for anyone with information or video of what happened to call Crime Check at the number there at the bottom of your screen.
It is 6:07 as we take you outside on a beautiful morning so far. But I can tell that the sun is going to be coming up and around the corner in just a moment here, and our temperatures are going to skyrocket from here on out. So our current temperature is largely in the 60s. If you want to get outside, now is definitely the time to do it and take advantage of when our temperatures are honestly at their coolest. 69 should be about our low temperature for the day today. We're back to 74, likely by 8 o'clock this morning. And yes, that is 100 degrees. I am forecasting a record-breaking day today because the record is 99 for this afternoon. And we stay in the hundreds for the next 3 days in a row. And these are all likely to be breaking single-day record high temperatures. So coming up, we'll show you what those records are for these 3 days and what to expect as the temperatures do ease back later on this week.